Council votes to extend emergency rent stabilization bill for 6 months, not 9. The Montgomery County Council recently voted unanimously to support emergency rent stabilization extension Bill 30-21, but with a compromise amendment proposed by Planning, Housing and Economic Development Chair Hans Remer to shorten the extension from 9 months to 6. The compromise was supported and seconded by the bill sponsor, Will Joando. County Executive Mark Elrich, whose administration supported the bill, is expected to sign the legislation upon receipt this week. "We are still in a period of recovery from COVID-19, but unfortunately, everyone is not recovering at the same rate," said Council Member Joando. Extending the time for stabilizing rents and preventing the collection of late fees provides much-needed support for Montgomery County residents, especially our most vulnerable populations. This is not only an economic issue, it is also a moral and equity issue. Expedited Bill 30-21 will provide interim support to our renters and prevent many from entering the homeless system, as we continue to build back to a full economy. Originally introduced and enacted in late 2020 by Council Member Joando, the bill temporarily extends the emergency rent stabilization law for 6 more months from November 15 until May 15. The bill caps rent increases to the current 1.4% under the county's voluntary rent increase guidelines, VRGs. The VRGs are updated each February and are based on a cost of living index designed to allow landlords to maintain profits and cover increased overhead costs. Renters who receive renewal notices should not see increase above the VRGs. Renters who do receive renewal notices with higher increase should contact the Office of Landlord and Tenant Affairs, OLTA, or call 311 to speak with an OLTA investigator. It is estimated that more than 100,000 renters in Maryland remain behind in their rent due to the impacts of the pandemic. The Department of Housing and Community Affairs estimates that about 15,000 Montgomery County renters are facing rent arrears. The county is working with the Renters Alliance and other partners to provide outreach to renter communities to ensure that renters who need rental assistance understand what resources are available and how to apply for rent relief. "We are pleased that the County Council listened to the voices of the Renters Alliance and our allies as we called for this urgently needed extension," said Renters Alliance Board of Directors Chair William Roberts. "While this protection now remains in place for 6 more months, we urge the county to redouble efforts to distribute rent relief for thousands of working-class renters still in arrears desperately trying to recover from the impacts of the pandemic. The eviction crisis, like the pandemic, is still with us and we need public policy solutions, like this emergency stabilization extension, that continue to address the current circumstances of Montgomery County residents." Marshall Bomo, GON Digital News Report.